Welcome back to Mnfantv, guys. Wolves 110-102, beating the Cavs tonight. Return of Ricky Rubio and Kevin Love for the Cavs. It was nice to see them give them a standing ovation before we beat them. I believe the Wolves are 6-1 now in 2023. Disappointing loss against Detroit. I actually heard, or not even heard, I know like if we would have beaten Detroit twice, we would have been in the 6th seed now. But apparently the Pistons own us this year, just like the Magic owned us last year. But yeah, I think it was pretty much the game kind of I expected, back and forth. It was a game we had to steal because losing on Wednesday, you got to make those games up on games that you shouldn't probably win, and this probably being a back-to-back was a really important game because the Cavs are a really good team. They're, I believe, third in the Eastern Conference. So this is not probably a game a lot of people thought we could win. Short-handed, obviously, without Cat, and J-Mac. But it was a really important win. Luka Garza stepped up, I think, off the bench in the second half. Great minutes, gave us 9 points. Obviously, Rudy Gobert went out, so that gave him a chance to play. Anthony Edwards, I mean, I really can't say, I don't know what to say at this point about Anthony Edwards, bro.
All-star him.
Like, I can't believe we just stumbled into him. Like, to this day, I can't believe God gave us Anthony Edwards, man.
Thank God every day.
This man is just like, he's just him. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. And Wolves fans, I'm gonna need y'all to vote this man in, bro. Please. I don't want to hear this excuse about we're a small market, other people are voting. John Morant is getting hella votes. He was third in the first voting like a couple weeks ago. Memphis ain't a bigger market than us. Come on, Minnie.
Wolves fans, we have to step up. Get this man in the All-Star. We gotta put this man in the ballot. Now.
Stuff the ballot for this man. But overall, I think it was a pretty good game. Game we needed to have. You got to steal these kind of games if you lose games that you shouldn't in the NBA. And I think that was a pretty impressive win by the Wolves, all things considered. I don't know what you thought about the game, but I think it was a really great win for us.
I think it was an amazing win. As you said, we won the last 6 of 7 games. We're off to 23 on an amazing start. Kind of the same start we had last season, you feel what I'm saying? We just got to keep our foot on the gas, keep going. D'Lo, man. I want to see him in the Wolves jersey after the trade deadline, I'm not going to lie, because I don't want us to panic, okay? I don't want us to panic and go out and get someone that really doesn't fit our roster. D'Lo is playing amazing right now, okay? D'Lo is playing amazing, so I would love to see him in a Wolves jersey after the trade deadline.
Right. I think that when it comes to D'Lo, I've been critical. I mean, y'all haven't known, but me and him will talk all the time. I've been really critical of him, not just because he's having a career year shooting, and we understand that point, but the negative impacts when the game needs a point guard is my kind of thing that I just don't like that D'Lo provides for this team. He doesn't settle the team. The things Kyle Anderson provides when he comes onto the game and calms the teams down and we run our sets, the ball goes to whoever it needs to go to. Those are the kind of point guards I feel like would take us to the next level. Not a guy that is as an alpha, like he said in that one article a couple of days ago. Come on, bro. Like, you got to know your role in certain situations, bro. You got to know your pecking order in certain situations. So he would be fine if D'Lo stayed. For me, I wouldn't hate it, but we have to find the right trade partner. And trading him for somebody that doesn't really fit is not really going to work. But if you can trade him for something that you can get, because trades only work if you're getting better. You're not trading somebody just because you're staying the same. So if you can get somebody that thinks that you're going to improve the team, you got to make that deal. But he does offer things. You can get worse. That's the problem we have with D'Lo. You can get worse from D'Angelo Russell as a point guard. You can. In the NBA, he's still a solid point guard. The problem is looking ahead. Every team looks ahead. GMs look ahead. That's Tim Conley's job, to look ahead into the future, 2-3 years ahead. D'Lo is not that player that's going to, I feel like he's not that player that's going to take us to that level of contention in the West, especially in the West. Second round, conference finals, and eventually you want to reach the NBA finals. I just can't get the thought of my head from last year in the playoffs, the Memphis series, where, let's be honest, he disappeared. The last time we saw D'Lo in the playoffs, he was on the bench. J-Mac was closing the game. Me and him were at the game. Like, fans were literally shouting, get D'Lo out the game. After turnover after turnover after turnover. Dylan Brooks just got in his head. Shot went away. Those are not the kind of players you win in the league with. If your shot isn't going, if you got a tough defensive matchup with Dylan Brooks, you got to find other ways to impact the game. The problem with D'Lo is he doesn't really impact the game other than if his shooting, if he's not a streaky shooter, if he's hot, cool. He seems like one of the best point guards in the league. But when his shot is not falling, you have like what we have in the Memphis series where he disappears and we just have Ant and basically please Ant, take us home. And that's just not going to work. You saw how Hero Ball worked out for us last year. We should have beaten Memphis, but it is what it is. D'Lo, I wouldn't hate if he stays. I wouldn't mind if he goes. For me, you just got to find the right trade partner, and that's just where I'm at with him at this point.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at Mnfantv, okay? At Mnfantv.
We're going to have content for all different type of sports, starting with the Wolves, obviously. We'll be there tomorrow for the Vikings game also. We wanted to see our reactions, man. You know, Minnesota sports, there's a lot of diehards. We're diehards. We've been through a lot of pain, so make sure to follow our page. We'll give y'all the best reactions y'all can get. Thank you.
Follow and subscribe now.